Hi friends, welcome to KPS Bio Tutorials. In the last class, we have been discussing about the classification of phylum Knighterria. I told you in the last class we studied that the phylum Knighterria is further classified into three different classes: the class Hydrozoa, class Scyphozoa, and class Anthozoa. And we already discussed about in detail about class Hydrozoa. Today I would like to talk about the class Scyphozoa. Once again, welcome back to KPS Bio Tutorials. Now let us discuss in detail about class Scyphozoa. Here you can see different animals, marine animals in the picture. All these are belonging to class Scyphozoa. It's a group of large-sized medusoid cylindrids, popularly known as jellyfishes. So Scyphozoans are commonly called as jellyfishes because of their appearance like a gel, a transparent body. They have a transparent body, look like gel, thereby they are called jellyfishes. And all of them are medusoid. You know the structure of medusa, we already studied the structure of medusa in the case of Obelia. So here their life cycle contain only one type of stage, that is medusoid stage, medusa. And let us go to the important features of class Scyphozoa. First of all, they are members, these are exclusively marine, pelagic and solitary. They are exclusively marine. They are present only in oceans and they are pelagic. They are living or swimming at the surface of the water, and they are solitary. They are living alone. They are not given into groups or colonies. Then secondly, polypoid phase is absent or reduced. This is very important feature. Here there is no polyp stage. You know, in Hydrozoa there is both polyp stage and medusoid stage, but in Scyphozoa or there is only polypoid phase. Sorry, there is only medusoid phase. Polypoid phase is 100% absent, and medusoid phase is the prominent. That means, and medusa are acraspedot. This is another difference from the Hydrozoa. In Hydrozoa, the medusa stage was craspedot, that means with velum. Here medusa is without velum, that means they are acraspedot. Here velum is absent or rudimentary. Then tentaculocysts or Raphalia are the characteristic marginal sensory receptors. They have a well-developed sensory receptors because they are free-swimming animals. So in order to balance the bodies in water during swimming, they have marginal sensory receptors. They are called Raphalia. Then gastrovascular cavity has no stomoderm but has gastric tentacles. Gastrovascular cavity is not developed into stomoderm or a well-developed chamber. Here there is no stomoderm but there is gastric tentacles are there. Mesoglia is usually cellular. It is another difference from Hydrozoa. Mesoglia is cellular, that means some amoeboid wandering cells are present in the mesoglia. Medusoid adults are dioecious, each with 4 gonads. Medusoid adults are dioecious. That means sexes are separate. There are different male and female medusa is there. Male medusa produce the male gametes and female medusa produce female gametes. So they are said to be dioecious, and each with 4 gonads. Each medusa have 4 gonads. Gonads and sex cells are endodermal in origin. They are endodermal origin, and sex cells are discharged into the gastrovascular cavity and not directly into outside. Their gametes are discharged into the gastrovascular cavity. From the gastrovascular cavity, the gametes are reaching to the outside. There are many examples for class Kyphozoa like Aurelia and Rhizostoma. Here we would like to study in detail about Rhizostoma. It's a very beautiful animal, beautiful Scyphozoan inhabiting in oceans. They are popularly known as the jellyfish. These large-sized, floating and free-swimming medusoid marine cylindrids inhabit the coastal waters of British and Indo-Pacific seas. They are found in British and Indo-Pacific seas. Their body is gelatinous and umbrella-shaped with upper ex-umbellar and lower subumbellar surface. We know for the medusa there are two surfaces, an ex-umbrella, that means the outer or upper part, then the subumbellar surface. Because the medusa is having an umbrella-like structure, it have an upper ex-umbrella part and the lower sub-umbrella side is there. The marginal tentacles are absent in the Rhizostoma. Marginal tentacles are absent, but 8 or 6 marginal tentaculocysts are present. Tentaculocysts are there, but no tentacles. Distinct manubrium and mouth are absent in adults. We already studied the structure of medusa. There is a manubrium, mouth, etc. In the subumbellar side there is manubrium, but here in Rhizostoma there is no such manubrium and mouth is also absent. In the adult, mouth get closed up due to the overgrowth of oral arms. Here mouth is not present because their oral arms have overgrowth and they cover the mouth, and the mouth is almost closed due to the presence of the overgrown oral tentacles. Here you can see the oral tentacles have very much developed. The gastrovascular cavity opens out by thousands of small sectorial pores called mouth pores. This is called polystomatous condition. That means many mouthed condition. Here the actual mouth is closed due to the presence of overgrown oral arms or oral tentacles, but the gastrovascular cavity has numerous thousands of small sectorial pores or mouth pores. So actually there are numerous mouths there, thereby it is called polystomatous condition. ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് നോക്കിയാൽ അറിയാം ഗ്യാസ്ട്രോവാസ്കുലർ ക്യാവിറ്റിയിൽ ഒരുപാട് ഓപ്പണിങ്സ് കാണാൻ പറ്റും. ആക്ച്വലി ഒരു സിംഗിൾ മൗത്ത് ഇല്ല, പകരം ന്യൂമറസ് തൗസൻഡ്സ് ഓഫ് സ്മോൾ സെക്ടോറിയൽ പോർസ് ആർ സീൻ ഇൻ ദി gastrovascular cavity. So actually these are acting as the mouths through which they are sucking the water, and through that water they collect the food materials. Oral arms are 4 in number, each arm terminally divided into 2 oral appendages. There are 4 oral arms and each arm is further divided. Here you can see there are mainly 4 arms are there. These arms are further bifurcated or divided into 2 oral appendages. Oral arms divided into oral appendages. Oral arms are provided with root-like tentacles and fringed outgrowths called scapulates. These scapulates are provided with mouth pores, mucus cells and cnidoblasts. Here you can see on these oral arms there are some outgrowths. They are called fringed outgrowths. These outgrowths are provided with cnidoblast cells, mucus cells and also mouth pores. There are many mouth pores. Digestion occurs outside with the help of secretion from oral arms, and the digested food is sucked in by sectorial mouth pores. Digestion is an extracellular digestion. It occurs outside the body with the help of the secretions, digestive secretions produced from the oral arms, and the digested food materials are taken into the body through these sectorial mouth pores. So this is the condition in the case of rhizostoma. I hope you understood the topic very well. So here the important point to note is in class Scyphozoa, all of them are medusoid individuals. They are commonly called as jellyfishes. They are exclusively marine and they are acraspedot. They have no velum on their medusa and their mesoglea is usually cellular. So thank you very much for listening to the class.